What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again answering the questions that you asked me. One of the good questions I just got was, why is it that so many black people seem to hate Michael Jordan? Um, and I've been seeing that too. So I've seen a lot of stuff where people are like, oh, Michael Jordan ain't really helping black people, and look how much money he's making off of these shoes, and it costs only this much to make them. I've seen a lot of that, and I've seen a lot of that from black people, which kind of threw me off at first because I was like, damn, kind of weird that black people would come at him like that. But ultimately, it made sense because the reality of the situation is a lot of people don't like the fact that someone else is making a whole bunch of money. That's whether they're black, white, or polka dot. And in America especially, we have a thing where we don't necessarily support people from America in being successful. That's just something that people don't do a lot of times. It's just like, there's kind of a feeling of it's some jealousy there sometimes, some resentment sometimes, but that's just kind of something that happens. Now, in the black community, it's a little bit deeper sometimes just because of the fact that it's kind of this thing of people always say, well, what is he doing to help the black community? And it's kind of like, what the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? What is he doing to help the black community? What do you mean? We're not like all some big group of people that somebody can actually help. It's like a lot of black folks feel like somebody is supposed to be able to reach down and just help you out because you're amongst the masses of people who happen to look something like them. It's like, oh, I'm black, so automatically you're black, so you owe your success to me. Well, what did you do? What did you do to help them? White people buy Jordans too, bruh. White people buy Gatorade. White people buy every product that he endorses just like black people do. So at the end of the day, and even if black people buy most of those products, they buy them because those products are popular. Not because they're trying to help Michael Jordan become a billionaire. Because they like the product. They think the product is popular. You don't want to be the dude on the street. This is really why, because they always say, oh, well, people in the hood are breaking their backs and they're dying over these Jordans and stuff. Why don't Michael Jordan say something? Because Michael Jordan can't do anything about it. Now, if you understand history a little bit, then back when I was a kid, it was people getting killed over starter jackets. Now, nobody said, hey, starter needs to start preaching to these black kids in the hood and tell them to stop shooting each other. Nobody really put that on starter. My daddy told me when he was young, people were killing each other over leather jackets. So nobody told the cow, hey, bruh, you had to stop producing this leather in the way you are because this is wrong. Black folks killing each other. You need to stop them. Nobody said that. So people all of a sudden say, oh, because black folks kill each other over some Jordans, then Michael Jordan needs to lower his prices so that black people can afford them if they living in the hood. The reality of the situation is, if Michael Jordan sold all his shoes for $29.99, nobody would buy them. Why? Because they would no longer be a status symbol. People are buying the status symbol. So it's not Michael Jordan's responsibility to do that, so there's no reason to dislike the guy over it. But it's just people like to pretend like they really believe that Michael Jordan has some kind of control over black folks killing each other over shoes and crap like that. The reality of the situation is, if it wasn't Jordans, it'd be something else, and we all know that. Anybody who's ever even been in the hood for 20 minutes knows that. All right, so going back to black people saying Michael Jordan isn't helping black folks. First of all, Michael Jordan is helping a lot of black people. He helps black athletes all the time. He helps black folks to play basketball. He helps his black family. He helps all kinds of black people. Now, maybe you have not put yourself in a position where Michael Jordan can or would help you, but that is because you are not playing basketball. That is because you are not an elite ball player. That is because you're not in his family. That is because you're not putting yourself in a position where he can help you. Just like if you look at any other famous person or rich person or even the government or help in general, a lot of times you haven't put yourself in a position where anybody can help you or would want to help you. You have to put yourself in a position where you can be helped. Otherwise, you are saying, out of this millions of black people living in America, somehow help me. How is that even possible? Let's be real with ourselves. So when you hate somebody, you got to ask yourself the question, why am I really hating them? And what do I expect out of this person? It'd be silly for a white dude to be like, oh, I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio because what has he done for the white community? Like, how the hell can that man help you? Now, if you said, what has he done for other actors? What has he done for people in the entertainment industry that try to come up? You know, a lot of times you'll see a whole bunch of help that's been given out to them because they put themselves in that position. If you put yourself in a position to be successful, you're going to see a lot more help coming your way. People have helped me quite a bit in my life. People have given me all kinds of stuff, scholarships, money for, equipment and shoes and all kinds of stuff. People have helped me plenty of times. But I've always put myself in a position to get help. I didn't say, oh, well, I'm black, so throw me a bone. If you're sitting up there in the projects making all C's at your school and you're saying, oh, well, why ain't Michael Jordan helping me out? Why ain't he doing nothing for the community? You're not doing anything for yourself. You have not put yourself in a position where you've separated yourself from everybody else so you can get the help that they don't get. If you want to get help, if you want to get somebody to do something for you in life, you have to put yourself in a position where somebody can do something. Don't get mad at somebody else because they're rich and they're not giving you a handout. Don't get mad at somebody else because they're rich and they make stuff that's too expensive for you to afford. You either can go without buying that crap, because the funny thing about it is a lot of people say, oh, well, these Jordans are too expensive, and then they got on Polo. It's the same stuff. It's all too expensive. If you're going to make somebody else a millionaire, why are you so mad because you're making a black man a millionaire? What's that about? That's the kind of, that's really that kind of, and I know people talk about how the Willie Lynch letters are fake and stuff like that, but the reality of the situation is it is a psychological control. How can I get you to hate yourself? And that's basically what a lot of black folks do. Putting this stuff about, oh, Beats by Dre only costs this much to make and they're making this much money off of it. That's everything. Everything works that way. That's how you make money. That's called a profit margin. And they're like, oh, I'm not supporting this. Well, you're not the customer anyway then. Because the people who buy Beats by Dre, the people who buy Jordan, people who buy Polo, people who buy any of that stuff are not worried about the profit margin. They're worried about, how does this look on me? Is this fresh? Is this what I want to have? Okay, so if you're not a customer anyway, stop threatening to do some shit that doesn't matter. The reality of the situation is a lot of y'all pseudo-revolutionary black folks always sitting over here trying to say, I don't support this person, I don't support that person. But in reality, you're looking for an excuse not to support anything anyway, and that's why you don't matter and you don't count. Look at the people that you don't support. Oh, I hate Tyler Perry. I'm not supporting him. Look how many shows the dude's got on the air. Okay, clearly you don't matter. You look at it, I don't support Michael Jordan. He's a billionaire. Clearly you don't matter. I don't support Beats by Dre. Billionaire. Clearly you don't matter. This just shows you that because of the way you act and because of the way you perceive the world around you, you have been phased out. Nobody is worried about you. Nobody is trying to accommodate you. And that's the reality. Some people can get mad at me if they want, but that's the reality of the situation. These people don't owe you anything. And they do help people. If you want to be in a position to get help from those people, figure out where you need to be and where you need to line up. If you don't do that, then you're just begging for a handout and you're actually the person bringing the system down. That's the reality of it. Hopefully I was able to help you out. You guys leave your comments. Tell me what you think. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.